the Church of Jesus Christ. Unless you're a theology student, it's unlikely that you're familiar with the name J. Gresham Machen, but he's a pivotal figure in American Christianity, and his insight into the struggle the modern church was facing is as fresh and as applicable as it was 100 years ago. Machen was a professor at Princeton Theological Seminary, which had been the premier seminary in America. Luminaries like Charles Hodge and B.B. Warfield led the way in Orthodox faithful Reformed theology. But entering the 1920s, the seminary, as well as other elite Christian institutions, was drifting. In a more modernized world with telephone communication, radio, air travel, and the spreading of Darwin's theory of evolution, some began to see the Christian faith as outdated. The idea of sin has never been all that popular with sinners. And in this more modern context, a number of influential preachers and teachers began to advocate for a more modern, liberal version of Christianity, which emphasized Jesus' teachings but minimized or eliminated the miraculous elements of his ministry. The Bible teaches that Jesus Christ was God in human flesh, born of a virgin, who came into the world to die on the cross, and in doing so, to suffer God's wrath against our sin in our place. But the new liberals said that these were barbaric ideas from a pre-scientific era. As Richard Niebuhr, who was a critic of liberalism, later observed, they taught that a God without wrath brought men without sin into a kingdom without judgment through the ministrations of a Christ without a cross. J. Gresham Machen saw this as it was happening. In his seminal book, Christianity and Liberalism, he showed that a Christianity that changed the meaning of all these terms was no Christianity at all, but another religion altogether. His bluntness on the issue and his convictions about the truth ultimately led him to leave Princeton and to found Westminster Theological Seminary in Philadelphia, which today still stands as one of the stalwart and faithful Christian seminaries in the world today. Those like Machen often catch a lot of heat in the midst of the battle from those urging compromise and capitulation. But it's the Machens and those like him who truly stand in the line of Peter and Jude and of Paul, who said, "But even if we or an angel from heaven should preach to you a gospel contrary to the one we preach to you, let him be accursed."